Hi, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. How are
Pretty good. Did you find the place okay?
you? Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, great. Well, I see you're applying for the investor recruitment position with Helping Hands for the Homeless.
Yep.
Well, here at Helping Hands for the Homeless, our main objective is to help get the homeless back on their feet and into jobs. And as an investor recruiter, you would basically be going out to potential clients and trying to get them to invest in our company. Since we're a nonprofit organization, we pretty much depend on your success. So, to start this off, could you just begin by telling us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in this position?
Okay. I just previously graduated from George Mason University with a Bachelor of Arts in Marketing with a minor in Communication. Um, I just recently left my job, and I'm looking for a new opportunity.
All right, great. Have you done any research about this company? And if so, could you maybe suggest one thing that you would like to change?
Okay. Yes, I've done extensive research on this company, and I think that I could reach a broader base to bring to your company, as well as increase your marketing department with my previous skills. I was employed as a marketer at a title firm. So.
Oh, wow, great. Could you tell me a little bit about why you're choosing to leave your current position?
There wasn't enough advancement opportunities, I guess, and I wanted to experience a new work environment. And I just wanted to try a new thing.
All right, great. Definitely understandable. We've all been there. Could you tell me a little bit about what previous experience you have with recruiting?
With recruiting, while in college, I was in a fraternity, Theta Chi, and part of my job being in that fraternity, I had to go out and recruit young, bright individuals, and just basically weed through the ones that would hurt our fraternity, the ones that wouldn't hurt our fraternity, and I guess I did that for 4 years, so I have some experience doing recruitment.
All right, sounds good. Coming into this company, what would you think that our target market should be?
Your target market. For investors, I guess your target market would be wealthy individuals as well as companies who are interested in our organization and want to help out with the homeless.
All right, okay. Part of this position would require you to design informational packets for potential investors, as well as newsletters to keep current investors informed about where their money is being spent. Could you tell me a little bit about your experience with designing newsletters and other informational materials?
Okay. At my previous job, I was in charge of the marketing department. So on a daily basis, I had to go by and make packets that we were presenting to future investors and people who are coming out to our fraternity or coming out to our company. I also created the website actually, and I did all of the organization on there. So I have some experience.
Oh wow, great. Web design is always a great asset.
Mm-hmm.
um, this position requires to work as both a team member and as an individual. If a member of your group was not pulling their weight, how would you handle that situation?
All right. Well, I have a lot of experience working in groups, and when someone chooses not to participate with your group, I just found out the best way is confrontation with that individual, and just say, hey, we've been doing all this work over here, and you're really not helping out too much. And I've found that if you confront them and talk to them about the situation, usually it increases 99% of the time, but that 1% of the time when it doesn't increase, I guess you just have to go over their heads and talk to your superiors.
All right, great. This position requires a dedicated work ethic with a minimum of a 40-hour work week. Would you be able to meet this rigorous schedule?
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. My previous, I guess, 4 years, I've been working 40 hours a week every single week, and I was also going to school full time, so I can manage my schedule very well, and it shouldn't be a problem whatsoever.
All right, great. This position will also require you to go to events outside of the regular working hours. Would this be a problem with you?
Not really, not at all. I guess since I'm done with school, I have a lot more free time, so it shouldn't be a problem whatsoever.
All right, great. And could you tell me a little bit about some of your future goals and how this position could help you achieve them?
Some of my future goals. Well, I would like to be promoted within a considerable amount of time, I guess. And I just want to further my work experience. So I guess that's all I'm really looking for. And if I get the job, that's basically it.
All right, great. Well, those are pretty much all the questions that I have for you. Do you have any questions that you would like to ask me?
Yeah, I had a few questions. In doing my research, I didn't really come across any pay grade. What type of range am I looking at?
Well, the pay range for this is negotiable. We usually talk about that during our second interview.
Okay.
But you would start out with a base salary, and there would be commission benefits also.
All right. Another question. Is there any possible chance to be promoted within my field?
Of course. At this company, we have many available positions for promotion because we have many different branches all over the country. So there are several different levels of advancement that would occur in your recruiting field.
All right. Also, what's the longevity of this position?
This is a permanent position here at this company. We've been running for over 10 years now and are very stable and currently continuing to expand. So
All right.
it's a very stable job.
I guess my last question would have to be, you mentioned you have many different branches within the company. Within a year or so, do you think I'd be able to transfer my location?
It would depend on the availability of your position open within the other branches, but many people do transfer every year.
Okay. Well, I guess that's all the questions I have for you.
All right, great. It was nice meeting from you, and I will let you know within a week.
All right. Thank you. I'm looking forward to your call. Hi.
Hi,
It's
nice
nice to meet you.
good to meet you too.
How was the drive over?
Oh, it was fine.
Found the place okay?
Yep.
Perfect. I see you're interviewing for the investor recruitment position here
Yes, ma'am.
at Helping Hands for the Homeless. I was just wondering if you could please tell us a little about yourself and why you're interested in the investor recruiter position with Helping Hands for the Homeless.
Okay, well, I graduated from George Mason University 2 years ago now, and I graduated with a BA in marketing and a minor in graphic design. I'm interested in Helping Hands for the Homeless because I've been working with corporations for the past 2 years, and I was hoping to get into a little bit of nonprofit work.
Okay, great. I guess, have you done any research about our company? And if so, what one thing would you do to better this company?
Yes, I have been doing research on this company, and one thing I noticed you did not offer was a sort of hands-on experience for investors if they wanted to participate or have a better view of what their money was actually going towards helping. So would think some sort of like being able to go visit a center for a day if you're an investor might be a nice thing to add.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay. Why are you leaving your current position?
Well, at my old job, they, within the past year, have gone through a merger, and there has been a lot of rearranging, and there really just is no longer any advancement opportunities there, so I decided to start looking elsewhere.
Okay, great. Could you tell me a little bit more about your experience in recruiting?
Yes. Well, in college, I was a member of a business fraternity, Alpha Kappa Psi, and we actually founded our chapter there. So we basically had to recruit new members each semester who would be a good fit in the organization.
Okay, great. Coming into this company, who do you think our target market should be?
I feel like your target market should include wealthy individuals as well as large companies that are able to have a budget allotted for charitable donations.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly who our target market is.
All right, great.
Part of this position would also require you to design informational packets for potential investors as well as newsletters to keep current investors informed about where their money is being spent. Could you tell me a little bit more about your experience designing newsletters and other informational packets?
Okay, well, as I mentioned before, I was a graphic design minor, and I had a lot of experience designing brochures for my business fraternity as well. Here is some of my sample work.
Okay, great.
And while this was 2 years ago, so there is new software available, but I am currently taking a class to get myself updated on the new materials.
Yeah, I like that. That's
Alright.
great. This position requires to both work as a team member and as an individual. If a member of your group was not pulling their own weight, what would you do in this situation?
Well, I've had some experience with this in coursework as well as in my old job. My usual route is, what I found works, is to go up to the individual who is not pulling their weight and point this out to them politely, and usually that works as a means to get their attention and get them to contribute more. But if that doesn't work, I would have to go to my direct manager, our direct team manager, to point this out.
Okay. This position requires a dedicated work ethic with a minimum of 40 hours a week. And will you be able to meet this rigorous schedule?
Absolutely. I do not have any other jobs, so meeting this time requirement would not be a problem for me.
Okay, great, yeah. That's exactly what we're looking for, someone who's dedicated. This position will require you to go to events outside of the regular working hours. Will this be a problem for you at all?
No, not at all. Yeah, I have one organization I'm involved in, my junior league, but that is pretty much my only other usual requirement outside of work.
Okay. I guess my last question for you would be, what are some of the future goals, and how could this position, I guess, be achieving those goals?
Well, some of my goals include achieving a promotion within the company within a year or so.
Okay.
And also, I really believe that this position would help further my work experience. I do realize I'm recently out of college, so that is a very important thing to continue gaining.
Yes, I agree.
Alright.
Completely. Alright, so I guess I've asked you everything I wanted to know. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, actually I have a few.
Okay.
When I was doing my research, I didn't really come across any sort of pay grade or what type of pay range that I would receive. Could you tell me anything about that?
Our pay rate is definitely negotiable, but we would require, I guess, you to get the job first for us to speak about it. So
Of course.
upon the second interview, I think it would be appropriate to talk about
Alright, great. Also, is there any possible chance for promotion in my position?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's we're always looking to promote and hire new people. We have a growing company, and as long as you're dedicated and you put in the work that we need done, I don't see any problem in the position.
Okay, great. And also, what is the longevity of this position?
Permanent. It's a permanent job. I guess as long as you like working here, I'd like to have you. Probably.
Great. Also, will there be any opportunity to transfer to one of your other major branches after, say, a year or so?
Yeah, that definitely would not be a problem. We have a number of different branches throughout the country, and if you're interested in working another one, as long as you've worked here for a certain amount of time and we, I guess, see how your work ethic is, then yeah, it wouldn't be a problem to transfer locations.
Alright, great. Well, I believe that's all the questions I have for you.
Alright, great. It was nice meeting you.
It was really great meeting you too.